Fez, Morocco, the 1,200-year-old Al Qarawiyyin Mosque was in danger of collapse. The Moroccan Ministry of Endowments is among the finalists for their sensitive restoration of this ancient treasure of the Islamic world.
Well, one of the other things that the Aga Khan Award does is look at the whole question of conservation and the regard that we have culturally, collectively, for monuments, for our cultural heritage.
Outside Turkey, little survives intact of the urban heritage of the Ottoman Empire, which at its height stretched from the Balkans to the Middle East. Gjirokastra in Albania is a rare exception. In 2005, it was made a World Heritage Site. The Ottoman fortress town's survival is little short of miraculous.
In 1967, the communist regime ruling our nation at the time decided to make Albania the first and only atheist country in the world. So they banned religion and they motivated the youth to go and attack these religious monuments. The mosque that you see behind me is the only one surviving in Gjirokastra. And the reason why it survived is because its dome was big enough to be a circus arena. The bazaar, it was unfortunately burned during the civil unrest Albania went through in 1997. And so it was abandoned, people were leaving their shops empty, nothing was happening here.
Formed in 2001 with funds from the Packard Humanities Institute, the Gjirokastra Conservation and Development Organisation has been in charge of raising this phoenix.
We started by just cleaning the facades and the roofs, whitewashing, doing civic actions to remove all the litter around the bazaar. And the government followed and undertook this restoration. Now we are into restoring shops and bringing life in markets.
Gjirokastra's castle, designed to intimidate any enemy, is being restored to its peak 19th century condition.
We are cleaning actually the walls because 10 years ago it was plaster, and because we have a problem with humidity from the top. We are restoring the windows, we are restoring the arch. We want to leave the feeling of the architecture to the people who are coming here, to feeling like how it was all this part of the castle from the beginning.
But if the old town is not to crumble again, the people of the new town have to get involved.
To attract tourists, to intrigue the tourists to visit more.
No, I think it's a good idea.
It could be done.
It's all very well putting the roof back on, but what do you then do with them? And sustainability, investment within the historic city to get activities once again kick-started here is now becoming an increasing concern. The biggest challenge is getting the people of Gjirokastra to look up from the new town down below to the historic city and understanding that it's not just a burden. It can actually be a major resource for them and their futures.
Using imagination, sensitivity and modern know-how to turn heritage into a 21st century asset lies behind the jury's choice of several other restoration projects. Among them is a new museum for the historical site of Madinat al-Zahra in Spain. To avoid overshadowing the ruins themselves, the museum was built beneath ground level.
We were thinking that we were working like archaeologists, like finding our project under the earth.
We did try to establish a dialogue between Madinat and between the Islamic architecture and between the history of Islamic in Spain. So when you go down in the building,